It began as what many assumed was just another quiet morning in London, the kind of morning where the world expects the royals to go about their duties without causing a stir. But then came the news that would shake the monarchy to its core. Prince Andrew, once a senior member of the British royal family, had been arrested on suspicion of misconduct. The headlines exploded, social media erupted, and suddenly, centuries of tradition and carefully guarded reputation were under intense scrutiny. What made this moment so remarkable wasn't just the arrest itself. It was a context surrounding it, long-standing controversies and allegations, questions about his personal associations, and whether he had prioritized his own relationships over his duty. For years, rumors had swirled, but an arrest brought the scandal into the open in a way that no one could ignore. In response, the royal family moved swiftly. Instead of issuing denials or retreating into silence, the palace adopted a careful strategy to present Andrew as an isolated case, a bad apple whose behavior did not reflect the values of the institution. The message was clear. The monarchy remained strong, stable, and above the actions of one individual. While Andrew faced legal challenges and public humiliation, other senior royals carried on with their duties. Public appearances, official engagements, and carefully crafted statements reinforced the idea that the monarchy could withstand scandal and continue to function. Behind the scenes, however, tensions ran high. Andrew was devastated by the situation, struggling to come to terms with his fall from privilege and the strain it placed on his personal and family relationships. For Prince William, the ordeal was deeply concerning. As heir to the throne, he understood that Andrew's actions could cast a shadow over the future of the monarchy. William and his wife, Kate, were determined to protect the institution while showing that accountability mattered. This was a moment that demanded balance. Personal loyalty had to be weighed against public responsibility. The scandal forced a shift in royal strategy. The old mantra of silence and discretion no longer worked in a world dominated by social media and instant news cycles. Public perception had to be managed carefully, while the legal process was allowed to unfold without interference. The palace emphasized that Andrew's behavior was an anomaly, not a reflection of the monarchy as a whole. Meanwhile, the public debate intensified. Critics questioned the role and relevance of the royal family, while supporters argued that the institution should be judged on a collective work rather than the mistakes of one member. The scrutiny touched every corner of the monarchy, forcing to confront questions of transparency, morality, and accountability. Andrew himself faced a difficult road. Stripped of titles, facing restrictions on his public life, and living with the consequences of public condemnation, he became the embodiment of the bad apple narrative. His fall served as a stark reminder that privilege does not grant immunity from scrutiny or consequence. Throughout this crisis, the royal family carefully balanced public messaging and private management. Official duties continued, charitable work proceeded, and appearances were staged to reinforce stability. The goal was clear: to show the world that the monarchy endures even when one member's actions threaten its image. Ultimately, this scandal represents a turning point for the British royal family. It has exposed the need for modernization, transparency, and careful attention to public perception. How the institution navigates this crisis will determine its credibility, relevance, and longevity. The story of Andrew's fall is more than just a personal scandal. It is a test of the monarchy itself. As cameras focus on palace gates and headlines scroll across screens worldwide, one truth becomes clear: even centuries-old institutions must adapt when confronted with crisis. The monarchy's response, measured, strategic, and focused on stability, may define how it is remembered for generations to come. In the end, Andrew's story serves as a cautionary tale, a lesson in accountability, and a challenge to the royal family to demonstrate that the crown can survive even the most turbulent storms. How this chapter closes will say more about the future of the monarchy than any ceremony, procession, or public statement ever could.